Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made the slippers using satin. So I'm going to use this shiny tape. I still don't know the name of it, I'm sorry. I'm using my 40 template. I'm also using the satin material. I got this from a tailor shop. I just got so many because I wanted I'm going to do other projects with it. And I got this mesh looking material. This is also the template. It is a 9 inches by 3 inches pattern template that I'll be using. My 40 last, obviously, and then my scissors. So by now you guys should know the kind of sew I construct. I'm using this Nora Faux, and I'm just going to cut out my sew template, and I'm going to mark out right now. I'm marking it out and then I'll cut it out. So that's basically what I'm doing now. Okay, so now that I am done with cutting out the sew, the next step is to apply just a little bit of gum on the sew. It is not filed, please. I think I've done this in some other videos I have made. Do well to check out my other videos. So I'm just applying gum, very little gum actually. I think it's because the camera is just focused on it. This is crepe or crepe, and I'm going to use it for the heel. It's actually very strong. It's stronger than the normal Nora. So that's what I'm going to use for the heel. I allowed the gum to dry and then placed both sews together so I can file. While I'm out filing, I also want to just be efficient and file the heel as well. So I marked out the heel and I'm just going to cut it out. Let me know if you want a detailed video on how to construct a sew and how to cut out your heel and everything. I will be very happy to make a video like that. Next up, this is the satin I'll be using. This one was the piece that was remaining from a project I did earlier. So instead of cutting from the main piece, I just want to use it and it's enough. It's just slipper. It's not going to take so much satin material. So this is it. I want to do it turn up, but I'm thinking like normally if it's leather you gum it right, and I'm just there. So I finally decided that to turn it up, and I actually saw this trick from another video and you are welcome to steal it as well. To make the turn up easy, I am actually just going to iron it with the pattern piece inside. So this is it. Please, depending on what you're ironing, always reduce your heat. And I don't know if this is actually the required iron for this kind of thing, but it's the one I had. So here I am just ironing it so that it stays, because normally if it's like I said, if it's with a leather, I can just mark out where I want to turn up or do a turn up, and then I'll just apply gum and put them together. But this is a satin material and it will absorb a lot, like to absorb gum a lot, so I just have to find a way. So yes, please try this trick when you're working with any material of your choice. I really want to know how it worked out well for you and if it made your job very easy. It actually made my job very easy today. Okay, so I am done with that. I want to put lining in it. This is a very soft faux leather, super soft. You see the way I'm just squeezing it because of the other things I'm going to put on top. I didn't want compared with this thicker one, I didn't want it to be too thick, so that's why I am using this very light one. It's actually a faux leather. Okay, so that's actually a faux leather, and I'm just going to place the satin patterns or satin straps on it carefully, and then mark out where I want to rub gum. Also, while I'm rubbing the gum on the satin, I'm like being extra careful, because some of these materials are, what's the word, is it porous or non-porous? I don't know, but like some of them can actually some of them can actually the gum you apply on them can come out on the other side. Yeah, that's what I mean. So while I'm rubbing gum, I'm actually going to focus on the faux leather while I'm rubbing gum, but I have to do it in a way that is straight, so I have to use straight strokes and make sure that everything is just perfectly applied. And then carefully, I'm actually not very focused on the satin because I'm obviously going to sew them to increase the durability of it, but I'm just still rubbing gum to just hold it in place, and I'm rubbing it very gently so that it doesn't come out from the other side. So that is what I'm doing. Okay, next, I filed the sole, I also filed the heel, and before applying the heel, I'm just going to draw out the markings for the insole. Now, normally there are two kinds. There are welted insoles, and then there are soles that are not welted. This one I'm doing now is not welted. So because it is not welted, I'm just doing it directly. But if there was a welt on it, I will obviously construct the insole separately. So this is not a welted sole, so that is why I am just doing it like this. And then after cutting it out, I am also going to apply it on a marco. And the reason, I think some people use just a marco, like a thick marco for just the insole, but I prefer to use a marco and a fiber board, because a fiber board gives it structure, it just makes it firmer from my experience. I don't know about you guys. Like, if you are someone that doesn't use a fiber board for your insoles, I really want to know your reasons, and I want to know how you do it. Because a few times I have tried and I didn't quite like the outcome of it. So I want to know if there's a particular marco or something that you use that makes it very firm. But personally, I like to reinforce with a fiber board. So it's just my own form of reinforcement. Now that is done, I am going to apply the satin material on the faux leather. As you can see, the thing is very dry, Abby. That's how I want it, because I needed it to be very dry so that the gum residue will still not come out from the satin. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Basically putting the satin in place. And after doing this, I am going to cut it out. Okay, so the next thing, I already cut it out. The next thing is to sew it. And of course, you have to be careful. Again, I don't have to like, start saying that again, but now you should know. And yeah, so now that I cut out my insole, I'm going to go one more time, just like the way I do the sew, because now I have already fixed the heel, and you know that there are excesses. um so to smoothen everything together, so I know what I'm working with, the insole, the sole itself, with the heel, the excesses of the heel, just so everything is smoothened together. That's basically what I'm going to do now. I'm just glue them together again, right leg to right leg, left leg to left leg, and then I'll go around and sew and file. Sorry, that was a mistake. After this, I will go and file it so everything is smooth. Okay, after doing that, I just came back from the filing machine, and you can see how smooth everything is looking now. The heel, everything is just okay, and I can set the heel aside while I work on other things. So yeah, I'm sewing now, and initially I thought that because it was a satin material, I would have to change the size of my needle, which you are very much allowed to do, but I just said, let me just try to see if my needle will go through it, and it did. So next is for this mesh. I don't know what it is, I'm just calling it mesh, and the measurement I'm using is 17 inches by 9.5 inches, and into 2 pieces, obviously, because it's a pair, and I'm just going to turn them and then sew them together. So I already made one bow completely, and now I'm going to show you. I'm sorry I didn't show you how I sewed it, but I just sewed it, turned to the other side, because I don't know if it has a right side or a wrong side. I just guessed. So I'm turning it, and then I would sew just to go over it a little bit, and after sewing out top stitch, so it's okay. Obviously I'll cut off the excesses because there were excesses. I'll cut off the excesses or sewing allowance, and then I would go ahead to top stitch. Okay, now so I am just top stitching it. Sorry, it's getting out of focus, but that's basically what I'm doing currently, just top stitching it. Okay, now that is done, I'll just fold with my hands. If there's an easy way to make a bow, please let me know. So I'm just going to fold with my hands and just stitch it just a little, as much as I can, with the meshing. Okay, so here are the bows and the sewn satin top piece. So I already made this bow or infinity shape with the shiny tape, and this is basically how it's going to sit. And I'm going to show you guys with the other one how I made the other one. And I would have showed you guys this first one because I was still trying it out, so I'm going to show you guys how I made the other one. So I'll basically just twist to get the infinity shape, see how it goes, if there's any adjustments to be made, if it's too short or too long. So that's basically what I'm just checking out right now. And by the time I am okay with the shape, with the size and everything, I'm going to glue them. Okay, it was a little bit too long, just a little bit, and then I had to cut off some excess. And yeah, I feel like this is it now. So this is how I'm going to glue it. Because it's an infinity shape, it is obviously not a straight bow, so I just do it like this to mark. And you see that when I remove my hand, when I finally get that joint that I want to glue, when I remove my hand, you see the tape is not straight. It's because of the way it has been bent. So I'm just going to glue it together. This glue is like very strong, so I just held it on for a couple of minutes for just good measures. But immediately I fused them together, they were already glued, and I'm just doing some small finishing touches. Yeah. But you see how this thing is. You see what I mean by it wasn't looking straight? Yeah, because if it was straight, it won't stay, I think. I don't know. I don't think it will stay. So now I'm also going to glue that joint where they touch. Okay, so that is it, and that's basically how I did the bow. Oh, for to glue them together, this is just a little bit of the lasting process. To glue them on the main satin, I also used the glue to glue them. So that is how it sits in, and I'm just showing you guys a little bit of the lasting process. The end result will be at the end of the video. Please like, subscribe, share, and leave your comment. I really want to know what you think. This one is for me though, like it's my slippers. So I want to know if this is something that you would want to try. Is satin something good that you would want to use? Even if not for a slippers project, even if it is just to join your leather or whatever, please let me know. I really want to hear what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching.